Well, welcome everyone. We'll go right ahead and introduce on the top table the head coach of Tonga, Toutai Kefu, and the captain, Ben Tameifuna. Questions, we'll go straight to questions today. The interpretation system is in use, so if you wouldn't mind waiting for the microphone, please, and also giving your name and the name of your media before you pose your question. First question, please. You're in the front row.
Sorry, Ilyas, Radio New Zealand Pacific. Just Toutai and Ben. Tough battle out there. Your comments and what's your feeling right now?
Bit of mixed emotion sort of feeling. I know the boys played with their hearts out there. I know the score doesn't reflect how much effort we put into this week. Like I said to the other guys, it's you can't afford to give easy penalties like that to the team like Scotland with the amount of strike power they have in the backs there. And they just capitalised on it. And, you know, I think for us next week, we just got to have a look ourselves in the mirror. Obviously against South Africa, you know, we can't afford to give them like easy ball like that. So, but yeah, I'm still proud of the boys. You know, we fronted right there to the 80th minute. You know, they would have taken the easy route, tap it, kick it out. But the boys decided to have a crack, you know, and I'm still proud of the boys and how we perform. Just got to look forward to next week.
My Lord Pacific Media Network. Ben, just quickly, any injury there with you coming off?
No, just, you know, big pumpers. I get a bit cramped. It was just a bit of cramp there. But we'll get the medical analyzer. But I think, yeah, just a bit of cramp is what I felt. Hopefully nothing seriously pops up tomorrow, but yeah.
And just a follow-up on that, last two matches, Tier 1 nations around the 55-60 mark. It seems to be a bit of cramp or things like that with the team. Do you think that's reflective of the build-up that you guys are able to have before a tournament?
I think that just shows what it takes to be, you know, playing against Tier 1 teams. As you see, our build-up has been against Tier 2 and or below. You know, it's but it goes to show what it takes to be at the top one nation. Obviously, the pace is faster and all that. But you know, we have to just adapt to that.
Next question, please.
Toutai, how does that compare tonight to what you guys faced against Ireland, and how easy or difficult will it be to turn ahead now to South Africa?
Yeah, I think the biggest difference between both games was we got some ball to fire some shots, and we took some opportunities, scored a couple of tries. There's probably a couple of opportunities we missed as well. Just weren't able to put sustained pressure on them. So, and I think looking at, I think we missed quite a number of one-on-one tackles, but the effort was good. There were some really good defensive sets there, but you know, it takes a lot of juice out of the boys. So much better effort compared to last week. You know, all we can do is just keep building and hopefully regather and put in a much better effort next week.
Coach, we saw some big hits out there. How do you maintain that kind of physicality to your game without perhaps getting into a situation like today where I believe you've had a yellow and a red?
Yeah, are you talking about the red card? Yeah, look, that's natural for us. You know, I think once we do start to when we defend for long periods, obviously takes a bit of juice out of us, and we do become a little bit inaccurate. So, look, I think we've got to hold on to the ball for starters, and be able to fire some shots at the other team. You know, we lost both possession and territory today. So again, the ability to put other teams under sustained pressure was missing tonight. Bit better than the other night, but we need to do more.
Is there a question in the front row? Yes.
Just wondered if either of you had any comments about that try at the end of the first half.
Was that Ben's try?
Yeah.
Bulldozing run.
I think the ball just came to my hands and... Oh, was it? No, that was in that was the first half. Second half.
The second half. The one at the end of the first half where it looked like he'd been held on the ground there. Ben, you seemed a bit upset about that.
Held on the ground. Oh, yeah, I think it was a knee on the ground, and I think when the knee goes on the ground, it's a tackle. So I think he sort of went with momentum. So yeah, it's a question the ref on that. So
you've both been pretty polite about the refereeing tonight, but do you have any thoughts about some of those calls out there?
Oh yeah, I thought there was some 50-50 calls we probably missed out on. A couple of ones that come to mind, just that maybe that overthrow that they called wasn't in straight. I think it was 50-50. I think wasn't that bad. I didn't think.
Any more questions in the room for coach and captain from Tonga?
Toutai, probably just the last one from me. Chances for quarterfinal looks very slim now with the 2 losses. 2 more games to go. What does that mean for Tonga going forward?
Yeah, well, we've always just based our pride in our performance. That's what we've always wanted to put out on the field, and we wanted to put a performance that not only us but family and the country was proud of, and I think the boys did that largely. Again, probably we let in a lot of easy tries, and we did that in the first game. But there were some really good defensive efforts where the boys were absolutely on song and held out the opposition team for long periods. So, I think we're tracking the right way. We'll take each game as it comes. We always have said that. South Africa is a massive challenge. You don't get to play the Springboks often. So the boys will be up for that. There's no doubt about it. But we'll just keep punching away and keep doing our best.
That's you played both Ireland and Scotland now. The 2 teams face each other in the last game in a potential shootout for qualification. How closely matched are they, and do you feel Scotland would have a chance of competing against Ireland in that? Yeah, definitely. Look, both teams were awesome against us, and they both totally deserved to beat us. I don't think there's probably much in it. I think they're probably 2 very even teams. I think with Ireland now, a huge amount of confidence from the last couple of games, and also being the #1 team in the world, 6 Nations Championships, huge belief, and that confidence is enormous. Players go into training week and into games with a high level of belief and confidence, and that's bloody hard to beat sometimes.
Question here in the front row, please. Up. We'll go here and then here.
Probably the last one from me. It's been a bit made about Tonga's lack of resources, lack of finances, which was probably highlighted today the most in the crowd. With it felt like there was maybe 300 Tongans and 30,000 Scots people out there. I'm wondering, how does that affect you guys, being over here on the other side of the world, and being so far away from the people back home?
Yeah, well, obviously it's been the same for years, and that's what I love about this group. We get hit with these things off field, but we still play together. We put our best foot forward with what we have. You know, the boys never tend to complain or do any of that. You know, you just head down and just keep moving forward, because we can't try and let those things affect us off the field, because obviously it'll just flow on the field. But you know, the boys always just put their head down and do what we best can do with what we have.
I think we don't have a question over here. Are there any more questions in the room? If that's not the case, I think we'll conclude there. Thank you very much.
Merci. Hey. Yeah. I'll have to, brother.